Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to touch upon a topic that I think you'll find interesting. What is a guilty conscience? I thought that was pretty good when a client wrote it in, and I thought, let's address it. So let's talk about the actual definition of a guilty conscience. A bad feeling caused by knowing or thinking that one has done something bad or wrong. Your conscience is the part of your mind that tells you whether what you are doing is right or wrong, something you knew it was wrong and did it anyway. Very interesting to me. That's the definition of a guilty conscience. Now let's go a little deeper. When you feel that what you're doing is wrong, but you do it anyway, that can be selfishness, that could be your ego, that could be your jealousy, your envy. So basically, your soul will always know what you're doing, whether it's right or wrong, because you have a conscience of it, because you do know the difference. And when it doesn't feel that you should be doing it, that is truly a guilty conscience, because you knew what was right to begin with and you didn't listen. This is very interesting. Even when people steal, it's not right. We know it's not right, but if we can get away with it. For instance, if you pay cash in something and somebody gives you the wrong amount of change to your favor and you don't say anything, or we're at the store and they forgot that you had something on the side of your cart that they didn't see it. Do you tell them, or do you say, hey, they didn't say anything, screw them, I'm going? Now, this is something that's very interesting to me because I see more adults doing it than children. Because children I can understand, not that I'm giving them a free pass. But children, they have to learn. Adults, we as adults should know the difference. And I find that more and more adults of this world are doing some unthinkable things, and it's not nice. So I always say to people, you have to live with your conscience. If you are doing something or taking something that doesn't belong to you, truly, do you know what I always say to somebody? You will find it in another way and you will be paid back, and it won't be favorable. That's why I don't want anything that doesn't belong to me. I don't. It bothers me because I really have this inkling that if I take something that didn't belong to me, I will pay for it in another way that will hurt me 10 times more than what I got away with. Think about that, because it's truly important. When I look at some things that people do, cheat. Let's talk about relationships. I find it very disheartening when somebody cannot be honest enough with their partner. As hurtful as it is, you need to sit your partner down and you need to talk to them about how you're feeling. You need to even say, hey, I have been having feelings about wanting to look at other people or date other people. It's hurtful, but think about how hurtful it is if you did something and you cheated on them and they found out. I guess what I'm trying to say is a guilty conscience is here for a reason for each and every one of us, for us to understand what's right and wrong and for us to do the right thing. As hard as it is sometimes doing the right thing, it's necessary at all costs. Be the person that you would want somebody treating you, because that's the bottom line. And I see more and more adults going the other way, and that makes me sad, because this is why our world is getting more and more screwed up. People are not doing the right thing, but they are conscious of it. They know exactly what they're doing, and that's the sad part. Seriously, the eyes of a child is really extraordinary, because they will look at things and they will call us on our actions. And it's very interesting to how you're going to explain it to a child who sees it as pure and says, like, hey, why are you doing this? And it's very interesting. So the point of the story is, it's hard sometimes doing the right thing, but you have to, because you have to live with it, but also the consequences that you will face later. Many times they'll say karma's a bitch. Karma is not a bitch. What karma is here for is to teach. And karma is going to give us every opportunity for us to get it right by giving us how many tries and instances that we need to pay attention. If we're still not being the best person we can through the experiences that karma is giving us, then what karma does is goes a little bit deeper to give it to us in a more personal way to grab our attention. So be mindful of what's going on. Instead of taking things from others, instead of cheating others, think about what you could be doing in a better way, in a better light for others, but also for yourself, for your soul growth. Because I hate the thought, knowing that you are doing something when you actually know it's wrong, because you will pay for it in a deeper way, in a way that you never expected. Because everything has a beginning and everything has an end. And seriously, when you do something like this, it will come back in another way, in a much more harmful way to your soul. So remember that, what I tell you. So what is a guilty conscience? It's really knowing the difference of right or wrong, but you did it anyway, and it wasn't the right thing. So just remember something too, and I always say that the way you treat others in time will catch up with you. Maybe not at the beginning, but in time it will catch up, because it always does. There's a starting and a beginning point and an ending to everything. Today it's them, tomorrow it'll be you. So remember that. And I always say, if you want people to treat you right, you have to treat them right, because that is your karma going back and forth. And if these people aren't good to you, reroute. That's your responsibility to yourself, your spirit, and your soul. Because some people you're not going to convert. They're not going to be very nice. Move on. As hard as that may be, move on to save your soul. That old saying when they say you want to save your soul, that is so true. You need to save your soul by not allowing others to pollute your spirit. This is very, very important. The fact that you know right from wrong and you continue to do what's right, this is what we need to do more of. If you do, it's going to lead you in such better directions that you could ever be possible with, that you could ever phantom and think of. So I hope this has enlightened you, and I hope it reminds each and every one of us to do the right thing. Don't hurt people intentionally. Don't try to get away with something. Don't try taking something that's not yours. And like I said, would you want it done to you? The answer is probably no. Okay? So if you know the difference, know it, act on it, and do the right thing. Till next time, there'll be more videos coming. Subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and really think about your actions. Every day, be mindful of what you are choosing. And sometimes the easy way out will be the harder way in another way for you. Until next time, you take care. Have a very blessed week, and we'll see you soon. All my love. Bye-bye.